Hey girl, hey! So I'm back to do another college geared video. I always get comments and people telling me that they love when I do college advice videos and it's so helpful to them, and I haven't done one in a while, and I thought it would be the perfect opportunity this summer to get you guys ready for college to do the videos that I did not get to do last year. So that being said, this video is all about dorm life, and it's kind of just an overview. You got your social activities, you got your what the heck do I need to bring to my dorm, and what is it like. Basically just kind of like give you a rundown of a few essential things to bring, and then a few do's and don'ts, and a few, you know, pieces of advice from my experience of living in a dorm and what it's like. First and foremost, I just want to talk about how much I loved living in the dorms. Dorm life is such a unique experience to college that you really, I mean, I don't know, I've only lived for 20 years, so like, I don't know what the future holds, but it's pretty much the only opportunity you have in your life when you're in college is to live in a dorm with surrounded by kids your age, you know, all there for the same reason. So it's a really unique and awesome experience, so definitely cherish it. How cool is it that you literally live max a 2-minute walk from your best friends everywhere? Like one of my best friends was my roommate. We lived in the same room. I wanted to talk about some must-haves. So when I was moving in, I did thorough research. I watched all the dorm hauls and packing videos and all that stuff. So I have all those things too if you want to watch this, just shameless plug. One thing you're gonna want is a lot of outlets, because dorm rooms are very limited. They might only have a couple electrical outlets, and you're gonna have a lot more things, plus your roommate and everything like that. So I would definitely say bring at least 2 splitters. You never know what appliances you're gonna need to plug in, or if you're, you know, letting a friend use it or something, you're definitely just gonna need a lot of outlets. So bring a couple surge protectors. I mean, you know, splitters with several outlets on them, and if they have a surge protector, that's even better, because then you can prevent, you know, a fuse from blowing or something. That wasn't a problem for us, but just in case. Okay, the next thing that I think is super important is command strips and command hooks. They are a lifesaver when it comes to hanging things on the walls, and you're gonna want to decorate, you know, like dorm rooms are very bland and kind of sad looking when you first move in. I have a video of me moving into my dorm and I showed it like before and after my decorations, and it's a drastic difference. And also, you're not allowed to like nail things on the walls or anything. You can't damage the walls. So the best way to go is to use command strips. They're just basically little tape strips that are designed to hold things up. You know, they're pretty sturdy without leaving damage on the walls when you take them off. For your giant framed portrait of your friend Horatio from high school, you're gonna want to hang that up with a command hook. Avoid using things like mounting tape. Not a good idea. If you follow my vlogs, I vlog every week almost, and on my vlog channel I was vlogging of us moving out of our apartment, sophomore year apartment, and you can see that my roommate Chloe used this mounting tape stuff on a lot of her wall decorations. I only used it on like one thing, and we left quite a mess that I'm sure we got quite a fine for, but I don't really know how to find out how much we got charged. Just avoid fines, they're not fun. And this is something that might be kind of unique to you depending on where your school is. For my school, we had a suited room, so we had one room with 2 girls in it, and then the suite was the room next to us with 2 other girls, and we shared a bathroom in between them for the 4 of us. So you know, it's pretty common for colleges, especially for freshmen, that you're gonna have a community kind of bathroom where your whole floor shares a bathroom and a shower. Luckily we didn't have to do that, but if you do, just make sure you have things like shower shoes, you know, so you're not touching gross fungus on the floor. And what I think is important, even with my bathroom, I like to have a shower cap. So it's just like a little basket that goes in the shower that you can take in and out. But especially if your bathroom is not in your room, then definitely have a little basket that you can take into the shower. Shower caddies are lifesavers, especially if you're running around and you just grab it and go, and you have all your shower stuff right there, and shower shoes, and just be prepared to share a bathroom. Yeah, so I'm not gonna focus too much on essentials. I'm just naming a few things off the top of my head that I think are really great. One more thing that I would recommend is, again, it's hard to say like above all, you know, everyone should have these things because your dorm rooms are gonna be different. But for me, what was really helpful is I bought a couple kind of movable shelf things from Bed Bath & Beyond. I just think you need to make the most of your space, because you're gonna have to consolidate all your stuff, because small space, let's be real. So just make the most by, you know, building up rather than out. So if you have, you know, bring your own shelves, then it's so much easier to store your stuff. I have one on top of my desk, which I loved having because it gave me more desk space to store things on top of the desk while I still had room in front of it to, again, with kind of making the most of your space. The hangers that are essential are those little thin felt hangers that have hooks on the front, because when they're smashed together in a small space, you know, they take up no room. They're amazing, and you can put so many more things. Plus with the hooks on the front, you can stack them, so one on top of the other, so then it takes up even less space because they're hanging on the same thing. So yeah, those are just a few essentials that I think everyone should have in their dorm room, especially to save space and to make your life easier. If you want to see more, then take a look at my in-depth video of what to bring to college. So now I just kind of want to brush over some do's and don'ts of, you know, what you should and should not do adjusting to being in a dorm with roommates. A do when it comes to having a roommate is definitely just make sure from the beginning that you're on the same page and communicate with them. I had friends that had problems with their roommates, and the number one problem is they were just bottling up all their frustrations and everything and then venting them to me or someone else, where it's just like, if you're not even telling your roommate if things are bothering you, then they're not going to fix them and they're not even going to know about it, and then you're just going to get angry and passive aggressive, and then it just causes even more problems. So from the get-go, I just think you need to be open and honest with your roommates, because if you're going to live together cohesively with someone else, they're going to need to know what's going on with you and why, you know, why you're acting weird because you're secretly annoyed that they don't turn off the sink when they brush their teeth. I don't know, because your roommate is not a mind reader, you know, you're gonna have to work together to make sure your living situation is amazing. And another do that I would recommend is to definitely get involved with your hall and get to know everyone on your hall. You're gonna be living on the same floor as these people for a whole year essentially, so what I would recommend is from the beginning, go and introduce yourself to everyone, get to know them, and try and be friends with the people in your hall. You know, you might not get along with all of them, which is not the end of the world. It's really great when you are friends with most people on your hall. My hall was all very close. We all knew each other basically. There was a few people that I didn't know, which I wish I had gone back and known them from the beginning. So definitely get to know everyone in your hall. Go to the silly, did I just really say silly? Go to the little hall events that your RA puts on, even if you think it's dumb. It's a fun thing. You can get to know people, and go to your hall dinners and things like that, because it's just a great way to make memories and you're not going to want to miss out on those things. On the flip side of that, which kind of seems contradicting, but I swear it's not, a don't is don't worry if you're not best friends with everyone on your hall, because, you know, it's not a big deal if you don't like people in your hall. There's always, I mean, one of my friends was basically adopted into our hall. She didn't know anyone in hers, so she would always hang out and she was best friends with everyone in my hall. So it was kind of like, it's not a big deal if you don't know people in your hall. There's other friends to make and other people at your school. Another do when it comes to living with someone else and trying to avoid conflict is put yourself in your roommate's shoes and think about how you would want to be treated, being lived with and such. It might be kind of, you know, tough adjusting to each other's schedules, but just think about it from their point of view and try and compromise a lot. I would say try and fix problems you have with your roommate, but if it really isn't working out, you can move and it's not a big deal. I know a lot of people that moved, you know, on the second semester, or it just wasn't working with their roommate, so they moved out. Just work with your RA in the Residence Hall Association and they can try and smooth things out and find you a different room. If you really have a horrible experience and you just can't live with them anymore, I'd say do what you can, but there's a certain point where it's just, if it's affecting your life so much where you're not enjoying, you know, your college experience, or they're just getting in the way of you feeling like yourself or something like that, then definitely don't be afraid to speak out and move or do what you have to do. I was very lucky and fortunate with my roommate where we were very close friends. We were in the same sorority. We ended up living together again another year, our sophomore year, and next year we're not living together, but we're still like great friends, so it's totally, it worked out. But that might not always be the case, and some of the best roommate situations are the ones where they're not friends, but they're not enemies, so. Okay, so for the last part of this video, I kind of just wanted to talk about my experience with the dorm and what you have to look forward to, I guess. I absolutely loved living in a dorm freshman year just because, like I've said so many times, all your best friends are so close by. Everyone's in the same situation. There's never going to be another time in your life where everyone is right there and willing to get froyo with you at 2 a.m., you know? You're finally on your own, independent, living without your parents, so having a bunch of other kids in the same situation is just so much fun. It was definitely hard going from freshman to sophomore year because I was so used to living so close to all of my friends, and then sophomore year comes along and a lot of people are spread out. It's hard to keep the same friendship sometimes when you're used to living next door to someone and then all of a sudden they moved into a house like 2 miles from campus and you have completely different schedules. So definitely just cherish freshman year while you can, because a lot of people kind of spread out more sophomore year and not everyone's gonna live right there. That's just the best part of it, is there's always someone around to go to the cafeteria with you, or you can just walk down your hall and be like, hey, does anyone wanna, you know, go grab coffee with me or something like that, and just there's always someone up to do something. Or it's so easy to find a group of people who want to go to this like movie screening on campus with you or something like that. So it might be easy to latch on to the first 5 friends you make that live next to you, but just definitely put yourself out there and go meet other people who live in other dorms too. So to all of you who are going to be freshmen this fall or living in the dorms, I'm so jealous of you, number one, because I mean, I'm living in a house off campus, so I'm super excited for that. That's gonna be an awesome experience. But I also miss the dorms a lot. So I hope you guys enjoy your freshman year of college, and if that's not coming for a while, then watch this again before your freshman year. I hope this was a good like overview, helpful video about my experience living in dorms and advice for you guys. Let me know in the comments down below what other college videos you want to see. And when I say that, I mean go right now. You should be listening to this while you're typing a comment. This means you. Yeah, if you're still looking at my face, what are you doing? You need to be typing a comment right now. I would love to hear your advice for people who are living in dorms if you have gone through this experience yourself. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. Make sure to check out all the college videos I've done in the past, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!